Hey everyone. I thought I would quickly talk about my DNFs of the year. My did not finish list. It's very small. I had pretty good luck with books this year, which is great. But there were a few that I did not finish for various reasons, and we're just going to talk about them really quick. So the first two that I'm going to list are both soft DNFs because they were library borrows and my audiobook hold or I only had the audiobook for 14 days and I wasn't able to put another hold on them to keep them in my possession. So they expired and I have a several months wait to get back to them. So I just decided to mark them as DNF for the year because I will not get them back until 2025, unfortunately. But the ones that I have in that category are How to Age Disgracefully by Claire Pooley, which y'all know I love Claire. She just writes wholesome stuff. And I would love to get back to that one whenever I get it back from the library. And then I also have House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, and let me tell you what, I was 55% of the way through this book when they took it from me, and I was devastated because I was really enjoying this book a lot, and I want to know what happens, and I still want to know what happens, and I still have several months to wait for it to come back into my Libby library. So, heartbroken. Absolutely devastated about that, but I will get to it again in 2025. The next three are all books that I have owned, and some of them I've already I've already unhauled because they were just that level of DNF. Like, I know I'm never going to go back to them, and others are more of a soft DNF. Like, I think I'll go back to them eventually, but they're definitely not high on the priority list. And those books are Never Whistle at Night. This one is an anthology, and I think I've discovered that I just don't like anthologies. Like, I'm really, really picky about my short stories. I rarely like them. So this one I DNF'd. I might go back to it and try like the audiobook version. I feel like that would get me into it a little bit more. But this one just wasn't for me, at least at the time that I picked it up. So I think I'm gonna try it again for the sake of it, but I'm not very hopeful about it. The other one is Where'd You Go, Bernadette? And I thrifted this book, I think, but I started reading it and was absolutely just utterly uninterested. I did not care about this book at all. I hated the way it was written. I don't usually like it when books are written in like email format and then like regular first person POV and like different formats of telling the story. They have to do it well for me to like it. And this book did not do it well, in my opinion. So I unhauled it. I don't even have it anymore. So that is a hard DNF, will not be returning. It wasn't for me. And then the last one in this category is A Little Life, and I was about 5% of the way through this book before I decided to DNF it. I think mostly because I'm just intimidated by it. Like, I'm so scared. It's such a big book, and it's such a devastating book from what I've seen, that it's just gonna take a lot of motivation for me to pick it up and commit to it. I would really like to get to it in 2025, and I still have it on my shelves, but it scares me. And then the last two were both audiobooks that I got out of the library that I started and didn't finish, and I probably won't be going back to. The first one, which I even forgot that I had checked this out at the library at all, was A Study in Drowning, which is a fantasy book, if I recall. And I think I didn't like the narrator on this one. Like, I just wasn't getting hooked, and maybe if I tried the physical copy, then I would like it. I don't know. If you've read A Study in Drowning and you think I would like it, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on the book, because I was intrigued by the synopsis of it, and I had heard that a lot of people liked it that I trust. But the audiobook was not for me. So maybe a soft DNF, maybe a hard DNF. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that one. And then lastly, we have Merry Little Meet Cute, which, hey, it's my fault. It's my fault for not reading the synopsis, okay? I just looked at the cover and said, that looks like a cute Christmas book. Sounds cozy. Not for me. Nothing wrong with the professions mentioned and represented in this book. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But the book was too horny for me. I cannot. That's not for me. That's not for me. I have to be in a very weird place to be wanting to read something like that. And what's unfortunate is I actually have the second book in the series literally over there. And I don't know if I'm going to try to read that one or if I'm just going to unhaul it. But it was really unfortunate because I was really expecting a cozy Christmas romance. And maybe it eventually would be kind of cozy, but the beginning of it, the first 10% of the audiobook, I was like, I can't listen to this in public. Not for me. So I'm going to say hard DNF on Merry Little Meet Cute. But potentially I will pick up the second book and just give it a shot. Maybe. Probably not. So that's everything I didn't finish this year, which it's a pretty small list. That's only 7 books. So I didn't do too shabby. Pretty proud of myself for that. Let me know if you've read any of these books and if you feel like I should have finished them. Or if you've read these books and you're like, you're right, it's not worth it to finish. It's not worth it to get to the end of this book. Just let me know your thoughts. I love to hear what your bookish thoughts and preferences and opinions are. It's so fun for me. So yeah, that's gonna be all for now. It's Monday, so that means I'm choosing my workbook for the week to take down with me for my shifts while I'm working. And I think I've decided that I'm going to take a December to remember. It is a hefty little book, so I don't love the idea of hauling this around with me all day. But I need to finish it by next Friday. So it is kind of like it's a time limit thing. I will also have a couple of audiobooks on Libby during my work week, I think The Bluest Eye will probably come in while I'm gone, so I'll probably be able to listen to that while I'm driving a little bit. And then I also have a Tommy Orange book on audio. I think it's called There. I just started it, so I'm not very far in, but hopefully I'll be able to finish that during my drives and then start The Bluest Eye on my way home. And I would really like to get through, what's my goal here? I think I would like to get through 100 pages of this while I'm gone. And then that way I can dedicate some more time to it when I'm at home and start like powering through it. I really hope this is good. I'm nervous. Should we read the synopsis together? Because I have not actually read the synopsis, I don't think. So I'll do that really quick. Let me put you down somewhere. Okay, so synopsis. 3 bickering half-sisters, 1 unique antique shop, the coziest holiday season of their lives. Wildly different half-sisters, Maggie, Simone, and Star, have hardly seen one another since their sprightly summers at Rowanthorpe, their eccentric father Augustus's home. Known for his bustling approach to the knick-knack shop he ran, Augustus was loved by all and known by none, not even his daughters. Now, years later, the 3 estranged women are called upon for the reading of Augustus's will and quickly realize he's orchestrated a series of hoops through which they must jump to unlock their inheritance, the last thing any of them want to do. But Maggie and Star desperately need the money, and who would Simone be to resist? Through hilarious goose chases, small town mishaps, and one heartwarming winter solstice celebration, love is in the air, if only the three sisters can let themselves grasp it. And there's a little quote, a little blurb by Abby Jimenez that says, a charming winter solstice treat with Love Actually vibes and a hint of bohemian magic. So that actually sounds pretty good. That kind of sounds right up my alley. So I'm not quite as scared. I'm still a little nervous because there's just a lot of book for things to go wrong, but I'm intrigued.